So when you go to code Stark R, this link here, this link in the, I'll put it in the description. You just come down here to version 1.2.0, and then you just click on this. This is the latest version, and then you click on this source code zip, right? That will be downloaded on your computer. So you go ahead and you just extract it into the directory you want to put it in. So for me, I'm going to open folder and I'm going to just put it on my desktop because I want to easily find it. So Control X for cuts, and I go to my desktop. I just create a new folder, Control Shift N, and I put in here repo code for 10k NFTs, right? Click into it, open it up, and then I paste it here. So right now I'm just going to extract everything. I just click on extract here, and I'm going to have it on top. So this is what we need on top. So that's the version 1.2.0. Now the next thing you're going to need is you're just going to go to node.js.org, right? So you need to download this. So download the recommended version for most users. So just click on this, and then it gets downloaded. Now I already have that and I've installed it, so I don't need to do that. So when you download this, go into your programs folder in your download, in your directory, or anywhere you download it into, and then install, right? It's going to take a while to install, but after that you're good to go. So you cancel that. And the last thing you're going to need is Visual Studio for code editing. So when this loads up now, we're just going to download for Windows, which is this. So download for Windows stable build. So you download that, and then you also install that. Yeah. So I already have all of this, so I don't need to download anymore. So right now, as that is done, you just you can minimize all of this, and then you go into your Visual Studio. So I already installed it here, and we go in. So right now, I'm going to do, first thing I'm going to do, so this is, I made a video before and it didn't work out. So I'm just going to start all over again with how to run the code and generate your 10,000 NFTs. So I'm going to click on open folder here. So I'm going to click on this, and it's going to just take me to my library. I'm going to go to desktop and look for that repo code. Yeah, but this is it. And I'm going to click on this and select folder, open, and I have that. So yes, I trust the autos, yeah, and stuff like that. So now I have this. So the first thing you want to do is you want to install some modules, right? So you go to terminal, and you click on new terminal, and you can just do npm install, right? So when you run that, it's going to just install the modules you'll need to get your 10,000 NFTs, and it's already completed, and we have everything done. So we are good to go. So now we're going to test this code repo if it works. So in the layers folder here, in this Explorer tab here, you'll see that we have some presets here. So we have the background. If I click on it, you can see we have a dark background, the blue, then orange, and the yellow. Then we have some other, just like we have prepared our own layers, right? So if all of this is okay, what we're going to just do is we're just going to test it to see if it will generate multiple variants of the layers that are there. So we're going to just use npm run generate, and click enter, and you see it says created edition 1, created edition 2, edition 3, 4, 5. So that means it created all of those things. And as soon as this is done, you see this build folder come up. Oh, yes, this build folder comes up, and then if you click drop down, you see images and JSON files. So in the images, if you click on it, so it has all those random layers, the layers, he has randomized them and created variants, right? You have the 2, the second one, the third one, fourth one, and the fifth one. So this is basically the same thing we're going to do for our own NFTs. And we also have the JSON files for each of those images. So it shows, the JSON file just shows the attributes that are put into all of each of these images. So for one, we have the eye and stuff like that. If you go to just in one, you'll see that it has background yellow eye, eyeball white, and stuff like that. So it gives you the details that forms that one image. That's the justify. So now that everything is good, we are all good to go. So what we're going to do now is we're going to come to layers. I'm going to right click on the layers to bring out the options. So you click on reveal in file explorer. So what we want to do here is click on the layers, and then we want to replace all of this with our own folders that we've created. So so I'll just click on home and Windows and So I have background, color pattern, and all of that down to the nose, right? So I'm just going to copy all of this, Control C, and then open, go back to that directory for my layers, then select all of this, Control Shift delete, so delete all of that, and then I'll just paste. Okay, let this just be done. Then I'll paste mine in here. So I have all of my own in here right now. So if I go back into the Visual Studio, you're going to see that I have all of them here now. So I have background, I have color pattern, everything down here. So what I want to do now is I'm going to come into source, yes, then config. So you're going to come into configuration.js or config.js. Now here you're going to make some adjustments, right? So for this one, name prefix, it says your collection, so you're going to change it to the name of your NFTs. So for this, I'm going to call it have a name for my this NFT. So I'm going to call it what name do I want to give it? Let's see. Okay. Daft Punk. I just use Daft Punk. That just came to me. So Daft Punk. I'm going to use Daft Punk. So for description, you can put in your description here. You know what's your NFTs about, the description for the entire collection. So you can put it in there. Now for your base URI, you don't need to change that yet, but we're going to change it later. So after we've deployed our contract and we have uploaded our NFTs to our online storage, we're going to have the IPFS URI to put in here. So you don't need to worry about that right now. So the symbol, you can change this symbol to whatever you want, but you can leave it as YC, and your address. So right now you need an address for this, and we're going to look into that, but we're just going to test our layers right now. We're going to test it out and see if we can get a number of NFTs done. So for this, you need your wallet address. So I recommend you use MetaMask. It's most used, right? And it's reliable. So you can create a MetaMask account, right? I'm going to show you how to do that in the next video. So you need to when you create a MetaMask account, you put the wallet address here. That's what's going to be here, right? And then is there another thing to change? No, I don't think so. So we can come down and this is where we're going to change the number of NFTs we want to create. So right now I set to 5. You can change it and make it 10,000. You can make it 1,000. You can make it 5,955. You can make it a very, very random or number. So you can put any number there. So for now, like I said, we're testing out, so I just put 5, right? Then the next thing you want to do is you want to now replace, as your layers are here, you don't need to put them exactly as they are here, but you need to arrange them the way they need to be, the way you want to see them, right, when it is randomized. So the first layer will be your background. That's the layer, the lowest layer in your NFT art. So the first layer will always be your background. So the background here is okay. So the next thing we're going to put here. So I'm going to just start. So for this one, the next thing should be the head. Let me see. Yeah, the head. So, and then when you're naming, whatever you're naming here, make sure it matches the name. So if you have any capital letter here, make sure you are putting the same thing here so that it reads the folder name correctly and then it uses it. Otherwise, it's going to give an error. So Since I have head, everything is a small letter, I make sure everything is a small letter here. So the next one will be, this one will be head color, no. Oh no, sorry, head shadow. Head shadow, right? So the next one will be the color, then on top of the color we have the color pattern. No, this next one should be the color shadow. I think we have a color shadow there. Oh, we don't. Okay. Okay, we don't. So color, yeah. So that's good. Then we can put color pattern, there, and then after color pattern, the next thing we're going to have is, let's have the neck shadow. Yes, neck shadow. I'm going to have to go through all this a number of times to be sure, but I'm going to rush through this, and then since you've gotten what I'm doing, I'm going to rush through this and make it a number of adjustments to be sure, and then after that we'll resume. Okay, so this is done. So I think I have everything correctly positioned, and as it is spelled here, I spelled it the same way here. So the next thing we're doing now is we're going to come down to the constant format, and then we want to change the size. So I like going with 1080 by 1080, so I will be using 1080 by 1080. But whatever size it is you created in Photoshop, the size of your artboard, put it here. So 1080 by 1080. So that is that. So there's nothing else to correct here, but the next thing you need to do is make sure you go to File and you click on Save. So if you don't save, it's going to be the repo is going to try to read the previous folder that was there, and if it doesn't see it, it's going to give you an error. So you just make sure you save. So when you've done that, if you can't see your terminal, just come to Terminal, New Terminal, New Terminal. So so when you have in your terminal, new terminal, all you have to do is just start npm run generate, and if everything is correctly put, it should give you at least 5 NFT arts at this point. So just click on enter and you wait for it. DNA exists. Alright, so it's showing me DNA exists. Why? Because like I said, I've created this video before and it already created it, so it won't give me all of those things. But let's check our build if we have them in our images. So let's see. Oh, it worked. So you can see I didn't place the color very well and I have this error here. So make sure you place your color very well, and then all your layers very well, and then we'll see how it turns out. So I have my different ones here. So all of them have halos. So I'm going to correct that. So one more thing you can do is in all your folders, if you go into your folders here and you have this background, you can change how you want some things to show, how frequently. This way you can set your rarity. So some of the NFTs will be very rare because they have some things there, and then the others will not be so rare. So for example, for here, we can just to set rarity, anything you want to be very rare, just put edit the name space #1, right? So this is going to be very, very rare. And then if you want it to appear in some place and not in some places, what you need to do is you're going to quickly pick something from my previous NFT. So I'm going to let me use this one. I'm going to go to where I have that compressed Drunky J. So yes, I have. You see, so I'm supposed to have, for example, screws here. I was supposed to have. Okay, not here. screws. There's a particular um, attribute I put, but I didn't. Okay, this breastplate. So you can see that I have built three different kind of breastplate: beautiful, premium, and rare. So, but for this, I put a blank one in it. So that means every time the code reads this blank one, it won't put anything there. It's going to leave that place blank. So I'm just going to copy this, right? I'm going to copy this. I'm going to my hello and then paste it here. So I have this one. This one will show 100 times more than the hello itself. So if I could go back out, I'll go into here also and paste it here. So to show 100 times more. So for black hair, I can put that. It shows, black hair shows hashtag 10 times more. Then this yellow hair will be very rare. I'm going to put it as hashtag 1. And that is that. Then I'm going to go back out, and then there's one more thing, the eyewear. Yes, the eyewear. I'm going to paste this one here also. I have the blank, and then I'm just going to put this as hashtag 1. So we have that. So if I go in and let's see if it's going to work. If I go in and just run npm run generate again, sorry, I have to go into, go back into my config and come here, npm run generate, npm run generate, npm run generate. So if I click on that, it will work? No. Yeah, it says DNA exists. So that means it has been created before. But if you go in here now, you'll see that the halo is no more showing in everything. Let's see if we can see. So eyewear also now shows it's becoming rare, and the hair, and what do we have here? The yellow hair. So it randomizes it, and then it reads the hashtag to know how rare an item is going to be. So that is it for this video, and in the next video we're going to look at how to create a MetaMask account for your marketplace and see how you can generate your 10,000 NFTs. So thank you. See you later.